Okay, this is the overall first start of getting a podcast studio together in my place. I've been everywhere with the podcasts. I've been in my bedroom. Here, I'll just give you a tour. I've been in my bedroom. I was there, and then I was here in my house, my other part of the house. Why are you so focused? Come on. There we go. I sat here and recorded, and then I sat here and recorded. Disregard that because that is a part of the podcast. And then I sat here and recorded. An idea was sitting. Oh, I need to turn my lights on. Idea was to sit there, but it was just not the vibe. That wasn't the vibe. And so we moved. By the way, these are great, not an ad. And here. And whoa. Whoa. Listen. Oh yeah, so this is an overall view of the room itself. Kind of cute. Idea is to get a couch right here with unfiltered thoughts, decorate this a little bit more vibe. And then that stuff is going. This is staying. I don't know why it's so damn dark in here. This is staying. This is gonna be like my little office area, I guess. But yeah, a cute little thing, an idea, kind of more of my life in a bit. But yeah, so we're gonna get started. So TTYL. Hello everyone. Hello! We're in a new location. As you saw, like the previous video I'm gonna add before this is like basically a rundown of my like little condo I live in. So yeah. I feel like I always bring new drinks to the show, but they're what am I trying to say? They're not sponsored by any way, but would be fucking cool if I could. This is called Favorite Day by Target brand. Cherry lime soda. It is 0 calories, 0 sugar, made with natural flavors, no artificial sweeteners, and caffeine free. Perfect for me because I am super addicted to caffeine lately. Okay, we're gonna get started with the podcast because I can yap all day. Okay, first of all, guys, so you guys see this. This is a new thing happening to me, and I don't know what it's caused from. But I did go to the doctor and they said it's called cystic sty, meaning it's not gonna go. And we're kind of stuck with it until I get surgery done. So that's where we're at. And if anyone knows why you get them, let me know. Because my only take on it is stress related, and that's just where we're at with it. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start with this podcast. I'm gonna get my notes first. Alrighty. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the podcast, to Unfiltered Thoughts. I don't know why I was sitting like that. We are in a brand new freaking location. Ideally, this is where I've always wanted to be within the podcast, but it's taken over a year for this to happen. And I kind of gave y'all a little bit of if you're watching YouTube, my podcast is on YouTube. So if you're watching that, then you'll see I kind of gave you a rundown of like all the spots I've been in. And right now, at the moment, I've taken a part of my couch because I needed a cushion and I didn't want to just sit on the floor and kind of be lame. So at the moment, we're working with what we got. But my plan is with this room is to get like a cute little setup couch and then, make it my vibe and, have it set up. Anyways, yeah, so I spent all weekend finishing painting this bedroom all white, a very white, I would say. Yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, welcome back to the podcast, guys. I am so happy you guys are here. Yeah. Okay. So the video is fine. Yeah, I obviously haven't posted or done anything in a while, or released an episode in a bit. And yeah, so that's just where we're at. So I've had a emotional 2 weeks of my life, I would say. And I wasn't really going to share this with you guys, but it leads into the topic of today's chat, which is life's too short, let's slow down. So without me getting too emotional and kind of just like getting to the point of the talk, okay. So, wow, I didn't think this was going to be as hard as it is to share. Because this is kind of a very intimate thing within my family. Well, I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty details of what it is and who it is, because I kind of want to keep that very, very private. But someone in my family for 2 months was told that they had cancer, and they had cancer cells, and they didn't tell my siblings and I that information because they wanted to get tested and be sure of that, information. So last week I get a random phone call from that person, and they're like, "Hey, I don't have cancer." And I was just like, "What are you talking about?" And like super off guard, super just like, what is this person telling me right now? Like, where is this coming from? And I knew they had tests coming. They were doing all these tests. They were doing all these blood works. And, at the time I was like, I questioned it a little bit, but I didn't really question it a lot because I was just like, all right, I guess this is normal. I don't know. But it kind of got weird when they were telling me like every test that they're going to and like the type of doctors they were going to. And I was like, all right, something's up, but I don't know what it is. And so I was told that information, and I think it hurt as much as I wasn't told in the beginning, but I completely understand why I wasn't told, because I would have been like really freaking the fuck out. Because that's a life-changing thing. And it's been bothering me for some time just because I wasn't able to be there, and like it's been eating at me because it's like I really don't know how to process that information. But yeah, so that was one bit of information that I was told and shared with, and that life can change in a matter of seconds. And thank God they don't have it. Praise to the universe, to whoever's looking out over us, and pray that they were healthy and nothing came back. It was benign, and she's good. Fuck. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, last week was definitely kind of like a whoa type thing. I've also just like made a lot of decisions around that information towards my own life, because it's kind of like why I want to talk about life's too short, let's slow down. When you're hit with news like that, and I know it was positive, I know it was very, very positive, but for me, I really like it. Everyone takes information differently, and with me, I just am like, whoa, holy shit. So like, yeah, this past week I've just been really focusing on like what I want versus everything else that I'm like trying to do, and slowing down and being more present with where I'm at, life itself, people, and being really grateful for what I have now, because at any point life can change in a matter of seconds, like I said before. And I'm sharing this because like I feel like we all need to hear it sometimes, because for me, for instance, I'm so addicted to success and like continuing to be successful in my own ways. We all define success very differently, but I'm addicted to it, that feeling of just like going. And sometimes I kind of forget like to just stop for a minute, and finding that balance, as one would say. I am not a fan of balance, but I am a fan of balance, but I argue that it's not a real thing because life just continues to throw you things and you have to figure that shit out, and it can get a lot, but we got this shit, we got it. So anything positive, they don't have cancer, and I'm trying to not think about, what they went through for those 2 months because I couldn't imagine, and I'm now trying to just focus on like, they don't have it, let's move on. But I think the moral of this podcast is really coming out as how it's affected me, as it's called Life's Too Short, Let's Slow Down. Okay, so life's too short, let's slow down. Why am I talking about this? Obviously because I just shared that information with you and it's really affected me, and it's made me think about everything in my life and the direction and things I want to focus on and things I don't want to focus on anymore. And I want to be really vulnerable and just kind of like there with you guys and share this stuff with you and just be transparent and like share information, share where I'm at, and hopefully that you guys can get some insight from it and like feel that you're not alone with these thoughts. Basically the moral of this podcast. So life's too short, let's slow down. So there is a video that I shared on my personal account, and I'll try to link it on to the description below, but it's about chasing success and not realizing what is happening everywhere else. As I am a person who is very addicted to chasing success, and once you accomplish something, it's like, what can I do next? And you kind of forget about everything else, and you kind of disregard things, friends, family, events, and you kind of get really egotistical because it's like, it's all about you when you're chasing success, and it's not a good trait to have. And not all about you, but it's like it's all about the business, it's not about you, it's about the business, it's about what you can do with it and create with it. And so anyways, that video really definitely affected me because I am a person who is very work focused and very determined and very whatever, but I know that there's points, I know what just happened to me definitely has humbled me in a way, because I didn't handle the situation very well in the very beginning. Definitely had no motivation to do anything because I was like, damn. But like I said, the most positive outlook is that they don't have it. But yeah, so also life's just, so my next point is how society and social media makes us feel that we need to be a millionaire at the age of 10. Isn't that wild? Like, as someone I'm 24, but I didn't have a phone at 10 years old. Social media wasn't that big as it was when I was 10. But nowadays people are 10 and they're watching these videos, and it's like, imagine being that age and like feeling the rush of trying to be successful. And I know 10 is such a young age, but like seriously, like you're scrolling, you're watching videos, you're watching TikToks, you're watching all this stuff about how to be successful, how to start a business. And it's like, whoa, why can't this child just be a child? Why can't this teenager just be a teenager? Like, what is happening? Why is everyone growing up so fast? And I think that's the moral of it all, is like growing up too fast. But at the same time, it's like, I kind of want to grow up fast. But yeah, so I think society and social media kind of plays a huge role on us and putting a lot of pressure on how we kind of go throughout life, and the pressure of, what to focus on, what to do, and, on my own personal thing. So as y'all know, I do a lot of things. I have this podcast, I run a property management company, and I also do real estate. Okay, so I'm not putting this out in the world, but I'm eliminating one of them. And not eliminating, I'm just putting it to the down. I'm setting it down for some time because I too much on one plate, and I just really want to focus on two things, which is the property management and my podcast, because those two things I've learned that I'm like really, really, really passionate about more than the other. Not saying that I'm, dropping it, pushing it away. I'm just setting it down until the time is ready for me to be like, I have time, I have the mental headspace, I have the motivation to focus on it, to put money on it, to make it to where I want it to be. That's just kind of where I'm at, and kind of where I'm leading into this, let's slow down, life's too short. I used the wrong word, eliminating. That's not the right word. As I said, it's just like putting it to the side. And really just focusing on like the things that I want to focus on, which is my career a lot right now. Like, it's just like where I'm at in life. And I think that's the biggest component that you have to figure out for yourself is like, we're all at different places, and some things kind of take more time and more energy from you than other things, like, taking care of yourself, going to the gym, like, all these other areas of life. And at the moment where I'm at is like, I really want to make the two things, the podcast and the property management company, just like explode. And for me to do that, I have to eliminate something, because I have to set something down to the side, because nothing's happening with it, and I just need to, I want to focus on these things, and that's it, that is it. I've made the decision and moving forward. And that decision was really fucking hard for me to make, because I thought I was going to let down like my mom, my family, and, really it was just myself, like being really hard on myself, and like not allowing myself grace, and like being like, Brit, it's completely okay. Do what makes you happy. I was really just seeing other people's like, expectations of me, and making that as my decision making process is that. But life's too short, like I said, and I think you don't need so many fucking things to like focus on, because, and I mean this in this sense. So I have my podcast and I have the property management company at the moment. Those two things, there's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of moving parts that I can say those two things and it doesn't seem like a lot, but I'm the one who does everything on my podcasts. I edit, I film, I, do everything. I publish it. I do everything to it. With the property management company, it's just me at the moment, and I manage 50 homes. And so like within those things really need a lot of time and focus. And I don't feel like it's fair for me to, also at the same time figure out real estate and residential sales and, market myself and do this. To me, that's just not fair for my clients that I represent, because they need that 110% focus. And my focus is not, it's like 90, and that's like 10, and that's not fair. So I've made that decision, and it's not that I'm eliminating it. I just really need to I want to make some things grow, and I am, about to turn 25, and I kind of want to just not be a chicken with their head cut off anymore. I want to make some rational decisions. I want to stick to things that I say, and I want to be better at focusing, because I have ADHD, I feel where I'm just everywhere. So my main focuses are those two things, and I think being able to narrow down what you want and really coming to peace with those decisions is going to help you lead you into a path that leads you into a path that you'll be able to grow in, and so many doors will open within that. I'm not saying having all your eggs in one basket is the way to go, but I also don't think that you need to primarily focus on so many different outlets, because personally, what I've learned, you're going to get really burnt out. You're going to get really, really, really tired. For me, I'm like exhausted right now. And I feel so much lightweight that I've made this decision yesterday on a Sunday. Like, I was like, I'm done. I'm done doing all these freaking things because I literally cannot, and I'm going insane. But I'm putting it down, and I am just going to... I'm talking about this because I want to come back to this podcast episode in like a year and be like, I fucking did it. I have successfully grown this business. I've successfully grown my podcast. Like, I want to narrow my focus, and I really want to share this information with you guys because I hope this can help, is like narrowing your focus and narrowing in what you want versus what is, kind of just being a little lingering thing that doesn't really need to happen at the moment. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, I think life's too short. Let's slow down. So it's hard for me to slow down, not gonna lie. I am, like I said, I'm addicted to that feeling of accomplishment and success, and I am driven by people saying, oh my gosh, like we did, like, I'm just driven for other people's, doing good for other people. And I know that's a huge people pleasing aspect, but like ideally I genuinely love to help, and I am addicted to it. And so it's hard for me to slow down, but I know I need to slow down because I don't want to miss a moment with my family, with a friend, with anyone. And then, when I'm older and, still working, I don't want to sit there and like regret, like, damn, like I just focused on work and success my entire life. And now I'm at this age and I really don't have that many genuine friends around me, or I don't have the family that I always dreamed of, or I don't have the person I always like dreamed of with me at this right now. And I had a conversation with Alex yesterday, and we talked about like balance, and I was arguing in the debate that balance isn't a real thing, and he was like, balance is a real thing, you just have to find it within what you're doing. And he's probably right. I'm just a little bit of a hard head who always wants to be like, no. But yeah, balance is probably real. I just don't think it's real sometimes because I feel like I was in a phase where I was just like focusing on, like I said, focusing on too much to where I couldn't find the balance. And there definitely is a balance to all things. It's just choosing what makes you happy at the end of the day and going forth with that and not regretting the decision that you choose, and just really putting 102% effort on what you want and making sure that what you want is what you are passionate about. So saying that, I hope this guys resonates with you guys. We're at a 20-minute mark, and I'm here and I'm just talking. But yeah, guys, we're at this moment of the podcast, and I'm kind of going blank for some reason. But I think, to be honest, guys, that information that I was told about like my family member, it definitely took a huge toll on me because I had no idea. And when you have no idea, it's like eats you alive, because it's like, damn, like, and I think of like the what ifs of like, what if they did come back? Oh my gosh, dude, why is this video so like, oh, look at this guy's guy. Okay, we fixed it. But I definitely just like thought of like the what ifs of like, what if it did come back positive? And like, I know I'm kind of like being negative, but like, I think these are just like raw, honest thoughts that everyone has. And I don't want to be like toxic positivity here. I want to be like as truthful as I can be, but like, it definitely rocked my world because I was like, dang, like what if it did come back as like positive, and what would have life been like? And I hate thinking that way, but like you do as a human, and it's like, oh my God, like things would change. And so basically moral of everything is like, life is really life isn't that short. Let's put it that way. Life is not that short. I'm 24 and I feel like I've lived so much life and I have so much life to live. I think it's a very cheesy quote and I think it's not as true as it is. I think it's just a motivational quote to be like, hey, life's too short. Let's make it as fun as possible. You know, like, let's not be down. Let's not be negative. Let's not dwell. It is just a quote, but life really is not that short. I think it's just, again, a quote, a motivational quote to get you going. But life really isn't that short. We have so much life. We have so much time to accomplish something, to make something into what we dream of it. And it's just staying in that consistency and staying motivated and staying disciplined within your dream. I think my biggest thing right now is surrounding myself with people that support me and support my life and support the decisions and support the things that I want to do in my life. That's like one of my biggest things right now is like finding those types of people that like, and it's not finding, the people will come to you. Actually, it's like you attract what you want into your life. Manifesting. Let's put it that word. There's another word, but yeah. So I'm kind of just rambling on right now, but that's just kind of where my headspace is right now, and I just wanted to share all this with you because I hope it helps, and I know we are going through something at the end of the day, so don't discount what you're going through either. I know a lot of people can say like, oh, well, there's always, someone's going through it worse. And it's like, well, yeah, like everyone's going through something worse than what I'm going through. But don't discount what you're going through because, yeah, shit can suck sometimes. But, just keep doing you and trucking along and allow yourself to just be and take a moment for you and just be okay. Be okay with not knowing. I think that's the best way to put it. But yeah, I'm going to end this podcast now because I don't want to ramble and be annoying to everyone, but thanks for listening if you've made it this far, and I hope you have a fantastic day, a fantastic week, and do something new this week that you've always thought about doing. Maybe that is reach out to an old friend, take a new class, if you wanted to learn how to paint, join a book club, whatever it is, whatever makes you happy, whatever takes your mind off things. And that's also one thing I've learned about life is doing things that, may be uncomfortable in the beginning, but they take your mind off what you negatively think. So it's not saying fill up your entire calendar with so many things, but like fill up your calendar that give you life, because that is what pushes me and that's what helps with motivation. And that's what helps with, getting to meet people. So yeah, just some learning things that I've learned, or life things that I've learned throughout as a 24-year-old. Okay, we're going to end this now. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this podcast. And yeah, thanks. I love you guys and talk to you later. Bye guys. It's hot in here. But seriously, look how cute Sky is. Oh, we're gonna have to take this off. Sorry. Okay, this is Sky right now. He is just chilling like a villain. Hey, Bubba. Hey. Hey, baby. He's just so cute. Yes, he is.